Good morning, all of you. Today topic is effects of air pollution on animals and plants. In last class, we discussed about what is the air pollution and effects or the causes of air pollution. In this class, we discussed about effects of air pollution on human beings, plants, and animals. Effects of air pollution on human beings. The presence of sulfur dioxide in the air causes asthma, bronchitis, and eye irritation. The nitrogen oxide can cause respiratory illness among the children. Carbon monoxide is a very toxic gas and it combines with hemoglobin of blood and reduces the oxygen carrying capacity of blood. Peroxyacetyl nitrate PAN causes irritation of skin, nose, eyes and throat. It may also causes cancer. Coal miners normally suffer with black lung disease. Asbestos workers suffer with pulmonary fibrosis. Stone crushers suffer with silicosis caused by powder of stones. Tetraethyl lead is used in the petrol for the control of ignition. Most of traffic policemen suffer with lead poisoning. Lead has a detrimental effect on children's brain and development. Hydrocarbons causes much irritation to the mucous membrane. Excess of hydrocarbons increase mucus secretion, as a result of which respiratory tracts are blocked and the man coughs regularly. Arsenic dust from processing industries causes arsenosis or skin cancer. In hydrocarbons is much effect when mucus secretion, the layer or damaged, respiratory tracts are blocked because man coughs regularly. Effects of air pollution on animals and plants. The pollutants and contaminants accumulate in the vegetation. The animals get poisoned when they consume the contaminated vegetation. Fluorine causes lameness, loss in weight, and diarrhea. Lead causes loss of appetite. Arsenic dust or spray causes loss of appetite and death. Sulfur dioxide causes bleaching of leaves. Acid rain destroys crops and forests. It severely retards the growth of crops. Nitrogen dioxide causes leaf bleaching and reduced fruit production. Air pollution not only contributes the respiratory diseases in humans, it can also affect plants. The effects of air pollution on plants develop over time and cannot undone. The impact of air pollution on animals is more or less similar to that on man. Chronic poisoning result from the vegetation forage contaminated with atmospheric pollutants. Among the metallic contaminants, arsenic, lead, and molybdenum are important. Fluoride is another pollutant. The fluoride containing more amount in air causes fluorosis, which causes fluorosis among animals. When acidic air pollutants combine with water droplets in clouds, the water becomes acidic and it was called acid rain. When those droplets fall to the ground, the acid rain can damage the environment. Damage due to acid rain kills trees and harms animals, fish, and other wildlife. Acid rain can destroy the leaves of plants and animals' habitat. When acid rain soaks to the ground, it can make the soil an unfit habitat for many living things. Acid rain also changes the chemistry of the water in lakes and streams, harming fish and other aquatic life. In Ho Chi Minh City, the occurrence of acid rain about 39.8 and 41.2% per year. Then next, general effects of air pollution. One is the greenhouse effect. Second one is the ozone layer depletion. Third one is the acid rain. Greenhouse effect or global warming. The increasing of temperature in of atmosphere is called as global warming or greenhouse effect. The pollutants responsible for global warming are CO2, CH4, CFCs, O3, NOx, water vapor. Among these pollutants, CO2 has much effect. The gases absorb more light from the sunlight, hence the temperature increases. If the global temperature increases by 1 degree, the following effects are predicted. Greenhouse effect or global warming definition. The increasing of temperature of atmosphere is called as global warming or greenhouse effect. The main gases reasonable for global warming: carbon dioxide, methane, chlorofluorocarbons, ozone, nitrogen oxides, and water vapor. Among these pollutants, carbon dioxide is much effect. The gases absorb more light from the sunlight, hence the temperature increases in atmosphere 1 degree temperature are increased. Then effects of global warming or greenhouse effect. The ice caps of polar region melt, thereby increasing of sea water level, hence low-lying areas are submerged in the sea water. Example: Bangladesh, Netherlands, Chennai, Goa, etc. Second one, the rate of evaporation of water from the hydrosphere increases, which leads to cyclones, unseasonal rains, etc. The agriculture production decreases due to the fast evaporation of surface water. The global warming can be prevented or reduced by plantation. Whenever the sea water level increases 120 centimeters to 140 centimeters, the low-lying areas are submerging. For example, Bangladesh, Netherlands, Chennai, Goa are submerging, increasing of water level. The temperature increases in atmosphere 1 degree to 2.5 degree increases. Then next, ozone layer depletion. The ozone layer present in the stratosphere acts like a protection layer for UV light, that is, it prevents entering of UV light into troposphere. The depletion of ozone layer is due to the chlorofluorocarbons, nitric oxide, and chlorine. Chlorofluorocarbons are called as freons. Ozone layer is a protective layer. It is used in atmosphere like umbrella, but these ozone layer are distributed in stratosphere 12 kilometers to 35 kilometers. It prevents entering of UV light into troposphere. The depletion of ozone layer mainly chlorofluorocarbons, nitric oxide and chlorine. Chlorofluorocarbons are liberated from air conditioners and industries. Nitrogen monoxide is liberated from supersonic jet planes, and chlorine is liberated due to the eruption of lava. They are stable in troposphere but more reactive in stratosphere due to high temperature. They react with ozone and causes holes in the ozone layer. As a result, more energetic UV light enter into the troposphere. Hence, the following effects are observed. The three types of gases, one is chlorofluorocarbon and nitrogen oxide, another one is chlorine. These three types of compounds to form the holes in ozone layer. The chlorofluorocarbons are liberated in used in real life, air conditioner, refrigerators, coolers and industries. Nitrogen monoxide is liberated from supersonic jet planes, and chlorine is liberated due to the eruption of lava. These pollutants react with ozone, causes holes in the ozone layer. As a result, more energetic UV light enter into the troposphere. Hence, the following effects are observed. Skin diseases, eye diseases like cataract formation, increasing of atmospheric temperature, life of aquatic animals affected, decrease the photosynthesis in the plants. The depletion of ozone layer should be controlled by reduction in using of chlorofluorocarbons. This type of effects to form the holes in ozone layer. One is skin disease, second one eye disease. Eye disease means retina damage in eye. This is called cataract formation. Increasing of atmospheric temperature. The temperature increases 1 degree, 1.5 degree in atmosphere. Decreases the photosynthesis in plants. The photosynthesis decrease in plants. Acid rain. The rainwater containing more amount of acids is called as acid rain. It is due to oxides of nitrogen and sulfur. The nitrogen and sulfur oxides dissolve in the rainwater and form nitrous acid, nitric acid, sulfurous acid, and sulfuric acid. N2O3 plus H2O, 2HNO2, N2O5 plus H2O, 2HNO3, SO2 plus H2O, H2SO3, SO3 plus H2O, H2SO4. The rainwater may contain these acids in more quantity in industrial areas. The following effects are observed due to the acid rain. They are The life of the buildings and other constructions will be damaged or reduced. The glossy nature of Taj Mahal is reducing due to acid rains. The life of aquatic animals, small animals are affected. The fertility of the soil decreases, which results in low agriculture production. The acidity of the drinking water increases, which causes acidity in human beings. The drinking water pH decreases. That means 6.5 pH is obtained. These are the general effects of air pollution. Then next, control methods of air pollution. Air pollution is a major problem and the consequences are posing a challenge for the environmentalists. It's not possible to prevent the air pollution, but it can be minimized or controlled. The following methods are used to control or reduce the air pollution. Some of the effective methods to control air pollution are as follows. Source of correction methods, pollution control equipment, diffusion of pollutant in air, vegetation and zoning. Pollution control at the source. The following methods may be employed to control air pollution at the source. Change of raw materials, for example, desulfurized coal is used for combustion. Modification of the process so as to eliminate the pollutant. Developing of new equipment, for example, two-stroke engines are replaced by four-stroke engines. Emission of carbon monoxide from vehicles is reduced by using catalytic converters. Using chemical scrubbers. The suitable chemical reagent is used to absorb the pollutant. Sulfur dioxide is removed by using lime water. Then next, control of air pollution by reduction of smoke from vehicles. Smoke can be reduced or eliminated from the vehicles by the following steps. Correct method of firing, admitting required amount of air, maintaining high temperature, feeding the fuel continuously, using modern fuels. Industries make a major contribution towards causing air pollution. Formation of pollutants can be prevented and their emission can be minimized at the source itself. Be carefully investigating the early stages of design and development in industrial process, that is those methods which have minimum air pollution potential can be selected to accomplish air pollution control at source itself. Pollution control equipment. Sometimes pollution control at source is not possible by preventing the emission of pollutants. Then it becomes necessary to install pollution control equipment to remove the gases pollutant from the main gas stream. The pollutants are present in high concentration at the source, and as their distance from the source increase, they become diluted by diffusing with environmental air. Then next, control of pollution by dilution. By using tall stalks or chimneys, the concentration of air pollutants is reduced at the ground level. The gases liberated through the stalks get diluted and are dispersed into the atmosphere. Then next, control of pollution by plantation. Plants are very effective in controlling of air pollution. Plants use CO2 in the photosynthesis and release O2, so they help to reduce carbon dioxide in the atmosphere. They act as receptor for many air pollutants. Diffusion of pollutants in air. Dilution of the contaminants in the atmosphere is another approach to the control of air pollution. If the pollution source releases only a small quantity of the contaminants, then pollution is not noticeable as these pollutants easily diffuse into the atmosphere. But if the quantity of air contaminants is beyond the limit capacity of the environment to absorb the contaminants, then pollution is caused. Vegetation. Plants contribute towards controlling air pollution by utilizing carbon dioxide and releasing oxygen in the process of photosynthesis. This purifies the air. Removal of gases, pollutant CO2 for the respiration of men and animals. Gases pollutants like carbon monoxide are fixed by some plants, namely Coleus blumeri, Ficus variegata, and Phascolus vulgaris, species of Pinus, Quaris, Pyrus, Juniperus, and visit depollute the air by metabolism nitrogen oxide. Plenty of trees should be planted, especially around those areas which are declared as high risk areas of pollution. Then, control of pollution by zoning of industries. This method of controlling air pollution can be adopted at the planning stages of the city. Zoning advocates setting aside of separate areas for industries so that they are far removed from the residential areas. The heavy industries should not be located too close to each other. New industries, as far as possible, should be established away from large cities. This will also keep a check on increasing concentration of urban population in few larger cities only, and the locational decisions of large industries should be guided by regional planning. The industrial estate of Bangalore is divided into three zones, namely light, medium, and large industries. In Bangalore and Delhi, very large industries are not permitted. It is one of the important steps to control the air pollution in the planning of a city or town. The area are divided into different zones like light, medium, large. Zones or industrial zones are divided. The industrial zones and residential zones are separated by buffer zones, that is plantations. Because of this zoning system, air pollutants are diluted by the time they reach to residential zone. Control of pollution by using modern fuels. The use of conventional fuels like wood, coal, and petroleum products should be reduced or minimized. The modern and non conventional fuels like wind energy, solar energy, hydroelectrical energy, nuclear power, geothermal energy, etc., should be used to control the air pollution. This is a modern technique and solar energy, wind energy, hydro energy is very important. Nuclear power is poison. Control of pollution by reducing smoke from industries. Smoke may be reduced or eliminated by installing quadrille electrostatic precipitator. The electrostatic precipitator contains an electrode with point electrodes. Smoke is a colloidal solution of negatively charged carbon particles. It is maintained at a very high potential of 30,000 volts. The smoke is passed through the electrostatic precipitator before passing through the chimney. The smoke particles are attracted because of high positive voltage and settle down gradually. The dust free gases going out through the chimney. This is the controlling methods of air pollution. Today discussed about effects of air pollution on human beings, plants and animals. Asking the question, write any six effects of air pollution on human beings, or write the effects of air pollution on animals and plants. The sulfur dioxide present in the air causes asthma, bronchitis, eye irritation. Then next, nitrogen oxide present respiratory illness among the children. Carbon monoxide is very toxic gas. It combined with hemoglobin to form oxyhemoglobin. It reduces oxygen carrying capacity of blood. Peroxyacetyl nitrate irritation of skin, nose, eyes and throat. It may also causes cancer. Peroxyacetyl nitrate causes cancer. Coal miners normally suffer with black lung diseases. Asbestos workers suffer with pulmonary fibrosis. Stone crushers suffer with silicosis caused by powder of stones. Tetraethyl lead is used in the petrol for the control of ignition. Most of traffic policemen suffer with lead poisoning. This lead concentration is high, that is detrimental effect means in affect the nervous system on children's and do not development of brain. Hydrocarbons affect in mucus accretion. The smooth layer are damaged, as a result of which respiratory tracts are blocked. The man coughs regularly. Arsenic dust from processing industries causes arsenosis or skin cancer. In plants and animals, laminase, loss in weight, diarrhea diseases are in fluorine. Lead causes loss of appetite. Arsenic dust spray causes loss of appetite and death. Sulfur dioxide causes bleaching of leaves. Greenhouse effect or global warming. The increasing of temperature in atmosphere is called global warming or greenhouse effect. The main greenhouse gases CO2, CH4, CFC, O3, NOx, water vapor. The gases absorb more light from the sunlight, hence temperature increases if the global temperature increases by 1 degree. Melt the ice caps in polar regions, the increasing of seawater level, the low-lying are submerging. Example Bangladesh, Netherlands, Chennai, Goa. The rate of evaporation increases in hydrosphere leads to cyclone unseasonal rains. The agriculture production decreases. Global warming prevented or reduced by plantation. Ozone layer depletion. Ozone layer is a protective layer from protecting the UV light directly enter into the atmosphere. The ozone layer causes holes if the UV light directly enter into the atmosphere. The main gases are ozone layer depletion, chlorofluorocarbons, nitric oxide and chlorine. Chlorofluorocarbons are called as freons. Effects of ozone layer depletion: skin diseases, eye diseases like cataract formation, increasing of atmospheric temperature, life of aquatic animals is affected, decrease the photosynthesis in the plants. Acid rain. The rainwater containing more amount of acids is called acid rain. The main gases nitrogen oxides and sulfur oxides to form acid rain in atmosphere. Effects of acid rain: the life of the buildings and other constructions will be reduced. The glossy nature of Taj Mahal is reducing due to the acid rains. The life of aquatic animals is affected. The fertility of the soil decreases, which results in low agriculture production. The acidity of the drinking water increases, which causes acidity in human beings. Control methods of air pollution: source correction method, pollution control equipment, diffusion of pollutant in air, vegetation and zoning. Pollution control at the source: control of air pollution by reduction of smoke from vehicles, control of pollution by dilution, control of pollution by plantation, control of pollution by zoning of industries, control of pollution by using modern fuels, control of pollution by reducing smoke from industries. These are the main headings of controlling of air pollution.